next guest makes his UFC debut coming up here this Sunday against Brian Camozzi at UFC Fight Night 126. It is Geoff Neal joining me here on the program for the very first time. Geoff, how are you?
I'm doing great. Got me some sleep last night, so feeling energized today.
Yeah, that's good. Sleep's important. Of course, being a dad, that sleep, you get as much as you can. Are you a father that sort of has to stay up with your kids and stuff, or do you get the wife to do that and you just take them in the morning?
We take turns. Lately, she's been taking care of her just because the fight's getting so close, so she's been letting me get a little bit of sleep. But last night, we both got sleep. Baby slept 7 hours.
Nice. That's always a win. You're like praying every night that they get it, at least over 6. So that's awesome, man. But this is the first time I've had you on the show, and I got to ask, how did you get involved in combat sports?
Oh man, I just kind of picked it up. I got done with football. Left college. I really wasn't feeling the football program I was in, and I needed something to fill that void. So I just joined MMA, and I loved it. And here we are.
How was that transition for you? Because I know a lot of times what I hear when it comes to football, going from football to MMA, is the conditioning's a lot different.
Yeah, the conditioning's a lot different. MMA, you're conditioning yourself for 25 minutes, like 25 minutes top straight. You know what I mean? Football is it's like in spurts. You get a little rest. But the transition wasn't that hard. I just cut out the weights, and I don't know. It wasn't that hard to me.
Good stuff. Now, are you a full-time fighter, or do you have a job on the side that sort of pays the bills and everything?
I have a job on the side. I'm a server at a Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's good. Is that good about, as far as hours and stuff, getting to train and everything?
Oh yeah. That's why I do it, because it's flexible hours. I can take off whenever I want to. The managers understand what I'm doing. Like if I was to work and have a fight like the next day, the manager's like, okay, go fight. I want to get fired. Good. Yeah.
Excellent. And as far as this fight, did you get to kind of reduce the hours a little bit and focus more on training, or was it just business as usual?
Business as usual. I mean, yeah, as business as usual. I've been working just as hard as I've always been as far as work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, keep the routine the same. That definitely makes sense. People watching this probably remember you for Dana White's Contender Series. You went out there and you knocked out Chase Walden, an impressive win back in July. Could that fight have gone any better for you as far as getting the UFC contract and then also, getting the win?
That was just a perfect situation. Like everything that happened within that 2-month period it was like fate. You know what I mean? The 2 fights I had within those 2 weeks weren't even supposed to happen. So they just kind of fell into my lap. I took advantage of the opportunity, and here we are.
And when you got the win, did you feel like you had the UFC contract, or were you worried at all?
I didn't. I was just happy I got the win. I just had a fight the week before, and I got another win. I was just content. I actually thought somebody else was going to get the contract over me, so I really wasn't stressing the contract. But then when they said my name, I was like, oh, shit. I'm in the UFC. It's time to get to work.
And that fight was at middleweight. Here you are fighting at welterweight, which I know you've kind of primarily spent your career at. Is the plan to stay at 170 pounds?
Yeah, that's the plan. Hell yeah, that's the plan. There's some beasts in the UFC at middleweight. They're real big, real solid. So maybe later on down the road, whenever I start feeling into my body a little bit more, I might go up to middleweight. But right now it's 170 for sure.
Taking on Brian Camozzi, who's had a bit of a rough go in the UFC. How do you feel like you match up against him?
I feel like it's a good matchup for me. Yeah, he's a solid fighter. He has some pretty good tools. I feel like he's back to the ball now, so I might see a different fighter than I've seen in his previous fights. He might come out more aggressive. Who knows? But I feel like it's a good matchup for me.
And how's the weight cut going? We're coming up to this fight on Sunday. You seem like you're in a good mood, so it sounds like everything's going well.
Everything's going well. I'm still kind of hungry right now. I'm faking it right now.
Okay, fair enough. No, you're doing a great job then either way. As far as training camp, where are you training right now, and who are some of your main training partners?
My training camp is in Fortis MMA in Dallas.
Oh, nice.
I have Charles Bird, Ryan Spann, Ramiz. Can't say his last name. Sorry, dog. Kennedy. Can't say his last name either. I have a solid team of training partners.
Yeah, and the timing of this couldn't be better. There's a couple other Fortis guys on this card, and then there's also the LFA card on Friday as well, with Damon Jackson's on that card. So I imagine that the morale at the gym must be pretty high right now.
Oh yeah, everything is. It's kind of crazy to see like the motivation that's going around the gym. Everybody's getting ready for a fight. You just see it in everybody's eyes. Everybody's ready to go in, clock in, and do work.
And does it make things easier having your debut with a couple teammates on the card?
Yeah, it makes it way easier. Yeah, I feel a little bit more comfortable knowing I'm going to have some teammates by my side, especially for the weight cut too. So it makes it a little easier.
Good stuff, man. How do you see this fight sort of unfolding on Sunday?
It's not. I feel like I heard something that he said he's going to push the pace on me. So if that's the case, then I really feel like the fight's not going to last one round. It's going to be over in the first round, especially like with my style. And if he's going to push the pace, somebody's getting knocked out. So that's how it's going to go.
What do you like doing on your downtime? Obviously, you're a dad, so I know a lot of your time's taken up for family. But do you get any time to watch any Netflix or play any video games or anything like that?
Oh, video games and Netflix for sure. That's all I do. You just named the two things.
Perfect. Okay. So if I logged into your Netflix account right now and looked under continue watching, what would it say?
You probably see like Black Mirror, Stranger Things, Locked Up.
Okay.
What else?
Good.
A whole bunch of weird other stuff.
That's good. What about video games? What are you playing right now?
Fortnite.
Oh, nice. Okay. Good stuff. And do you do the multiplayer thing or just play on your own?
Multiplayer for sure. Multiplayer.
Okay. Good stuff.
We play all night. Well, I try not to play all night. I've been keeping myself offline so nobody sends me invites to play with them.
Yeah, because it gets addicting, I'm sure. Right?
I'm playing until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and then you got to get up and do the daddy duties. I know how it is. I feel the struggle. You mentioned off the top, you grew up playing football. Do you still watch the NFL at all? Or are you still following it?
I never really followed it to begin with. I don't follow. I'm not a fan. You know what I mean? I can't get into other teams, because I'm not really from anywhere, so I don't have any any home roots. So I can't say like, hey, I'm a Dallas Texas fan or a Dallas Cowboys fan because I live in Dallas. I never really lived in Dallas for longer than 2 years,
Yeah, no, for sure. But you're definitely going to have the hometown crowd on your side for this fight. It's coming up here this Sunday. It's UFC Fight Night 126, taking place February 18th. Geoff, this was a lot of fun, man. I really appreciate you taking the time, especially during fight week. Just remind people where they can find you on social media. And if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours, man.
I don't have a Twitter, but I have an Instagram, Still MMA. My Facebook, you can find me, Geoff C. Neal. Make sure it's Geoff C. Neal because my dad has the same name.
Yeah, you don't want people adding your dad to Facebook, yeah.
It happens all the time. People add my dad and try to talk to him, and he just kind of avoids them.
Dad, I'm sorry. It's yeah. So you have to keep the C in there if you're going to add him to Facebook. That definitely makes sense. So, what's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.